In this tutorial, we will be entering bill data into Excel in the form of an MT1 file. We will then save the bill data as an MT1 file so it can be easily imported into metrics. You can see that I have already begun to insert bill data into my Excel file. I have added an extra row above the bill data so I know exactly what needs to be entered in each column. Each column represents a field. Column A is the format ID, and in all cases it is MT1. Column B is the meter name. Column C is the account number. Column D is the utility type. Column E is the BTU per unit conversion factor. Column F is the BTUH per unit conversion factor. Column G is the year of the bill. Column H is the month of the bill. Column I is the day of the bill. And column J is the number of days in the bill. Column K is the total cost. Column P is the on-peak quantity. And column X is the on-peak demand. A full list of field types and conversion factors that are used in MT1 files can be found at our website. Before we go any further, it should be noted that the name and account number fields must be less than 22 characters, and that you must provide data for the first 10 fields in an MT1 file. All other fields are optional. However, fields with no values must be left blank rather than filling the field's corresponding cells with zeros. You can see that I've already entered in the format ID, meter name, account number, utility type, and conversion factors for the first bill. Now we need to enter the year, month, and day of our bill. Normally the date of the bill is provided in the format shown in column M. If we use Excel functions, we can quickly get the date in the format we need for an MT1 file. To enter the year of the bill, select the desired cell in the year column and type equals, year, parentheses, and select the cell containing the date of the bill. Now click Enter. The year of the bill has now been entered in column G. The same procedure can be used to enter in the month and day of the bill. Select the correct cell in the month column and type equals month, parentheses, and select the cell containing the date of the bill. Click Enter, and we can see that the month of the bill has been entered in column H. Finally, to obtain the day of the bill, select the correct cell in column I and type equals day, parentheses, and select the cell containing the date of the bill. Click Enter. Using Excel functions to enter values in the dates fields may not seem very useful at this moment. However, MT1 files normally contain a large amount of bills. The use of functions allows you to manipulate a large amount of data in almost no time. We now need to enter the number of days for our first bill. For this bill, the billing period was 28 days, so I'm going to enter in 28 in column J. Next, enter the total cost for the bill, which was $47,840.1. Finally, enter the on-peak quantity, which was 541,000 kilowatt hours, and the on-peak demand, which was 1,210 kilowatts. Our first row of bill data is now completely filled in. I'm now going to enter in bill data for our remaining bills on my own. As you can see, I've finished entering all of my bill data into Excel. We now need to format this data so it can be saved as an MT1 file and later imported into metrics. We no longer need the column titles for the bills. Right-click on row 1 and select Delete. Next, select all the cells in the spreadsheet. Right-click and select Format Cells. Commas and dollar signs cannot be present in any of the fields of an MT1 file. To ensure no commas, dollar signs, or any other unallowed characters are present, make sure all cells are formatted as general. Click OK. We also need to delete the extra column that we added for the date of the bills. Remember, files must follow the MT1 format exactly, or bill data will not import into metrics. To clear the date values, I cannot simply clear the contents of the cells which contain the bill dates, because these values are tied to the year, month, and day fields through functions. To delete the unneeded date values, first make sure all the data in the spreadsheet is selected, right-click, copy, open a new workbook, right-click on the first cell, and select Paste Special. The Paste Special feature allows us to paste only the values and formats of the cells, not the functions that may be used to make them. Select Paste Values and Number Formats, and select OK. We can now delete the contents of the date column without losing the values in the year, month, and day columns. Right-click on the date column and select Clear Contents. Our bill data is now formatted correctly and is ready to be saved as an MT1 file so it can be easily imported into metrics. To save the file, go to File, Save As. Add the extension .mt1 to the file name and put the file name in quotes. This ensures that the file will retain the MT1 extension. Next, save the type of our file as CSV, delimited. Click Save. A window pops up asking us if we want to keep the file in this format. Click Yes. Before we can import the MT1 file, we must close the file. When we click to close the file, another window pops up asking us if we want to save the changes we made to our MT1 file. Make sure to click No. If Yes had been selected instead, the file would be saved as tab delimited and would not import into metrics. In this tutorial, we entered bill data into Excel in an MT1 format and then saved our bill data as an MT1 file. The MT1 file is now ready to be imported into metrics.